welcome. My name is Caitlin Llewellyn. I am from Carlstadt, New Jersey. I'm a part of the Nichols College cheerleading team.
Hello, my name is Erin Sheen. I am part of the Nichols College cheerleading team as well, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Natalie Salcedo. I'm from Marlboro, Mass, and I'm also too part of the Nichols College cheerleading team.
That was beautiful singing of the national anthem by Foxborough's Caitlin Brighton.
That was great. She crushed it.
Yeah, she did.
Absolutely.
Get a cheerleader that could do both.
So we're just waiting for the first team to go on here, which is Gardner High School JV division, and they're competing with 7 girls.
And for those who are just tuning in, we're at the Hockomock Championship in the Foxboro Invitational in Foxborough, Mass. We're just starting to kick off the competition.
Erin, what's it like being back in your old stomping grounds?
It's actually, it's awesome. I don't think we've ever hosted a competition since I was in high school, so I think this is a pretty big deal for Foxborough High School and the cheerleading program, just to raise some money for fundraising and everything else. But I guess Gardner High School is actually coming on the mat right now, so let's take a look and see the routine.
Again, this is their JV squad. As we see right now, there's a male flyer, and usually male flyers are not very popular in cheerleading, but when they do have male flyers, they're always competing to their best abilities.
Yes. Very sharp motions.
Yeah, great sharp motions right now.
The cheer aspect of the routine is very difficult because you also have to keep up the energy since you're literally yelling in the middle of the routine and usually over music.
Yeah, they did just change the rules recently about changing the music, so you're actually cheering during the music, which is...
He's crushing it right now, wow.
Absolutely.
And we see the coach over here showing some expression, some sign of confidence and saying everything's good, everything's going okay, so just keep smiling.
When you only have 7 competitors on the team, you have to get creative when it comes to stunts because it's kind of hard to, you know, figure out like positions and pyramids and stuff when it comes to having only 2 stunt groups.
Yes, it's utilizing every single person on the team to their best.
And that's the thing with cheer, is that every person on the team is a very big asset to the team because you can't do one thing if you're missing someone.
Exactly.
Coach reminding her team to smile.
We got a tumbling section here.
That was one beautiful back walkover.
I love his energy.
Yeah.
I love it.
We have the crowd clapping as they dance.
That's literally the best thing about getting to the dance is if you're not only into it, everybody else around you is into it.
Yes.
And pumping you up through the whole thing.
It's like your own hype section.
It is, especially for that last performance and that last 8 count.
Great job.
Great job from Gardner High School JV team.
And up next, we have Braintree in the JV division also. They have 9 people on their squad. we heard their music before. Now was kind of bumping to it.
Oh yeah, their
She's
music
excited.
is. I'm excited to see their routine. Like the music is probably the best part of the routine. That's what sets the mood for the competition.
Especially for
with
especially for performance. Well,
Exactly.
And you have great music to compete with, and it hypes yourself up and your team up.
Now we have a shot of the Gardner
Woo, there we go.
squad.
They're cheering in. They did a great job, so they should be proud of their
Exactly.
performance.
Great job, guys.
And it's great to see when schools have JV programs, because then you know they do have a varsity program as well, so you know that there's a high amount of students involved and interested in cheerleading and growing from the JV and moving up to varsity.
I think it's a great transition.
Yes.
Like it allows like everyone to kind of grow as a person and as an individual, and also as a cheerleader. Like you can mold yourself to be better.
Yep.
And okay.
We got a quick replay of a slow-mo and replay of the pyramid.
So sassy.
So
Yes.
I love it. That was a great job.
Flyers have great facial motions.
I was just about to say that her facial motions are on point.
And the ability for the boy to, you know, be in a stunt without a back, that's very impressive.
Braintree about to take the mat right now.
It's nice to have, like Caitlin was saying, the varsity team, you know, kind of be like their big sisters. And, you know, you can see them next to the judges' table, just, you know, sitting there, kind of supporting them, like having their own hype section. Not only is their coaches behind the judges, but it's also good to see, like, if you're scanning the crowd, to see, like, a group of girls that you're familiar with, you know, hyping you up and, you know, coaching you through the routine and making sure that you guys are performing to your best ability.
Yes. So having a crowd in that fan section is definitely a plus and a hype up as well.
It's also really good to see like how you transform from like a freshman to like a senior. Like we're seniors right now.
Yeah.
And like looking back freshman year, like so different.
So
Very
different. And you see how well you matured, and not only with the stunts, but like your mentality as well.
Paul High School up next on Junior Varsity Division with 9 competing. Please come on to the Juniors and Braintree High School.
I always think it's very interesting. Some teams come on the mat and with motions and timed
The
with
different ways they come
different ways
on.
before. Some cheer the mat, some come on.
Braintree, here we go.
Great tumbling right there.
Especially for a junior division.
Great jump section right there.
Very good timing.
Exactly.
The coaches remind them to smile, put some energy in the routine.
Pyramid section. Great job.
They do a really good job, like enunciating their cheer and making sure they're cheering from their diaphragm, not their throats.
Yes, I agree.
That was great synchronization.
They all, throughout their team, have really good timing and synchronization as a team. That's definitely something they see that they worked on.
The spotlight's never off of Braintree, because we're the stars of the scene.
Very creative way to go into a stunt.
Yeah.
Great facial expressions.
Timing was a little bit off in the exit, but they're definitely keeping up the energy.
Yeah, they are. The coaches are making sure to remind them to keep up the energy as well.
I really like how they switch up the flyers. It's not every time it's the same girls flying. It's different girls every time.
It just shows how versatile their team is.
Yeah.
Utilizing different positions.
Coach is telling the girls finish up strong here.
can tell they're having so much fun with their routine by the way they perform the dance.
Great job by Braintree.
You can see that their routine is something they can be proud of. And
Yeah, you can even tell their coaches
Their
right now
coaches are very proud. And here we have a shot of the Braintree cheerleaders coming up.
Up next is Walpole High School, and they're competing with 11 girls, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do with the amount of girls they have on the team.
Yes.
And here they are. Loud and proud. All right.
So here we have a replay of one of the pyramid sections.
And I think that was a TikTok and Express Up. I mean, that's pretty difficult for a junior division, so that's very impressive.
Absolutely. That just shows them they want to work harder. You can see that they're trying a difficult stunt. It was there.
In their motion sections, they're very sharp, and they have really good use of girls in different formations.
They're very much in sync, too.
What's interesting to see in a dance is how many levels you can create with all the girls that you have, no matter whether you have spot 7, 9, or 11. Like, it's good to have a lot of, things going on in the dance just to make sure it's like all pumped up.
And once again, folks, don't forget to stop by the concession stand. You got meatball subs, chicken, broccoli, and ziti, pizza, rice bowls, hot dog, salad, and much, much more. Also, there's some
We're like
bagels and
exactly
coffee.
on
Make sure you
time,
stop by
which
the
is
concession
great.
stand.
That's very
never wanna
rare in
be-
the cheer world. It's always at least 15, 20 minutes behind, but we're right on schedule.
I'm gonna knock on wood right now.
Knock on
because
wood.
It's only the first two teams, but I think we have a great process in the back for warming up and stretching. So as long as that's on time, we'll be on time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got a couple girls back there helping out, too.
Yes, some Nichols cheerleaders.
It's kind of weird coming back to like a high school competition, like seeing the atmosphere and like 4 years ago, like this was us. And it's weird kind of like, seeing it from another perspective. Like I'm always usually, when it comes to like competitions, I'm always the one on the mat, always the one freaking out, like doing my rituals and stuff before I go on the mat. And now I'm just like, wow, like this is so weird. Like I'm kind of looking at it from like, looking at myself 4 years ago.
I feel like we're so much more mature, too. It's like when we were there, it was like our worlds were so different. Like,
so different.
So different. Like senior year, we were worrying about where we're going to college. Now we're seniors worrying about where are we going to get hired?
Yeah,
what are we going to do with our lives?
Going into the real world. But
Real world.
It does bring back some memories, and it's great to see the atmosphere. And
Especially
how far
for Erin,
cheerleading,
since-
and since I am a former
Once again,
alumni
don't
of
forget to
Foxborough High
get
School,
your
but also to see how
opportunity
much
to
high school
make sure you
cheerleading has
get
changed throughout the years. I mean, there's been
Absolutely.
so many new rules implemented. The cheer section of the routine is completely different from when we were in high school.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's just very interesting to see.
I see
how
the difference, like, even, like, between, like, because I'm not from here, so
True.
the difference between, like, New Jersey cheerleading and Massachusetts cheerleading, it's crazy how different they could be.
I know they are.
And that goes to show,
You
like
know,
with
next
cheerleading, this
Franklin
kind of
High School on
industry,
deck. Next
there's
Franklin High
no
School on
limit to
deck
what you can do.
with
There's
11
always something
competing.
new coming
Please,
out,
everyone, welcome
always
to the
some
mat.
new
The
stuff you can
cheerleaders
do.
from Walpole
That's
High
what's
School.
great about cheerleading is that you can always find a new way to, wow the judges in the crowd.
That is so true. So now we have Walpole High School JV competing with 11 girls.
Ooh, high socks. That's different.
I love high socks, black high socks, or white, either one.
It looks very
Ooh, Nike Elite.
very traditional.
It reminds me of, like, all-stars,
Yes,
like
very-
all-star cheers.
It's very traditional.
You may begin.
Who you think you're talking to? We are the Walpole Rebels, Blue.
Strong
And don't be
opening.
too sad when
Starting
we
out very, very
dominate
strong.
you. Or hate us, you know that you will never break us.
Wow, what a beautiful front walkover.
little off timing of the jumps, but they do have some good jumps.
This team is doing a lot of one-legged stunts, which is very advanced for the junior division. And
Wow.
half ups, wow.
There you go.
That's a very popular dismount we've been seeing today.
Tell that you're having difficulty in their stunts.
Don't wait too long, or rebels will be gone.
Right now we have the pyramid section.
Too strong.
Beautiful heel stretch.
She is great.
And we see that they're switching flyers. And that was a really nice switch up.
We will overcome whatever you bring. That's because Waffle is everything.
The Titanic fall is probably one of the scariest dismounts you could do as a flyer.
That was a great job by
Great.
Waffle.
Not as much energy in the routine as the other two teams that we saw,
But they had a
definitely
lot of difficulty.
A lot of difficulty.
A lot of one-legged stunts.
A lot of one-legged stunts and the creative ways to get from the one-legged stunt to back to a prep level and then dismounting from the prep level. Here we have Waffle.
Waffle cheerleaders.
I really like the pink bows.
Yeah, a lot of teams can do that now. They have a different color bow of their uniform just to make it pop.
Definitely, you know, sets the mood.
Okay.
Here we have a replay of their pyramid section.
That was a good save at the end.
Yeah.
And that reload to get back right on that.
Without missing a beat, they just, even though they slipped a little bit, they recovered right then and there. We spoke to the coach earlier, and she's actually taking over. She's a JV coach, but she's taking over for varsity because the varsity coach is out with a baby. So we'll see what kind of, you know, routine they put together with having a same coach for both JV and varsity.
That is hard. It's a lot of time consuming as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of dedication on her part.
And when it comes to that, like, you have to learn the different leadership styles that not every person or not every team has the same kind of leadership style. So you have to like differentiate between what kind of like style works with each team.
So Franklin has 15 girls competing. That is the most we've seen competing on a JV division level. That's a lot of girls. And the varsity has 15 as well. So, I mean, they have a great program, as you can see, with everyone wanting to be involved.
And on deck is Gardner High School. On deck is Gardner High School. Up next in our junior varsity division with 15 competing.
Franklin
Please
also
everyone
has the
go to
support
the
of the
mat.
varsity
The
team
cheerleaders
cheering
from
on one
Franklin
side.
High School.
I like it. Great start.
Silence, please. Thank you. You may begin.
Starting off right from the get with Medway. And starting out right with the cheer.
As you can tell, the coaches are telling, give me more energy, give me more energy. And Franklin's known to give great energy throughout the routine, so coaches are reminding them.
Starting off with a one-legged and an air pass.
That was a
Beautiful.
great job.
And a single down.
Very impressive.
That's awesome. Wow.
Very clean half ups. And then the fruit roll up down. That's also a very scary thing.
You can tell with their attitude and the way they're performing that they're here and they're here to win.
And you see how they're pumping each other up throughout the routine, which is really great.
Great job. That was a great pyramid section.
You can just tell how confident they are, and they just own every aspect of the mat.
And they're having fun.
And that beautiful toe touch in the back. Toe touch basket.
Very great tumbling.
Great tumbling section right now.
Wow, way out.
Front walkover, handspring, handspring, handspring.
It's great when you have all your tumbling hit and your stunts hit as well. So they're hitting their routine full out so far.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, that was a great inversion.
And what's interesting to see is that they're not only using the middle girl for, the stunts, they're also using the sides, and they take turns with, being the stunt girls. Beautiful TikTok. Completely solid.
As you can tell, that TikTok on the bottom was actually one man's.
Let's see what kind of energy they bring for the dance.
Oh, I like that.
Great. We knew prior going into this that Franklin is they always bring it when they come to mat, and I guess that's true for both JV and varsity.
Yes.
You can see how strong their program is because their JV team is this good. And you can tell that they're very excited about how the routine turned out, and they should be.
Yes.
That was amazing.
That was a great job.
And for a lot of JV teams, this is their last competition because now after this week it's regionals and states, so they must be proud that they hit the routine the best they probably could.
At that point, it's like give it your all, all or nothing.
And here they are going to be celebrating. I like their bows with a little panther ball.
There's the tumbling section.
You see that it's good when you don't have girls that tumble, you can utilize them in a stunt in the back. So, and that was beautifully executed.
Wow. Great passes all around.
And even though not everyone has the amount of tumbling, the difficulty of tumbling, everyone still tumbles. So that's really good when it comes to, the judges' score sheet when it comes to, team tumbling. Just because you don't have tumbling doesn't mean you don't put someone in for tumbling.
Exactly. So next we have up is Gardner High School with their game day with 8 competing. Game day is new in high school cheerleading where it's just if you don't have the ability or the most difficulty you think you're going to do as well as competing, you can do a game day, which is if you use signs, palms, and do something that you do at a sideline or halftime for a football game. So it's very interesting. And the announcer, the DJ, will actually announce to be like, oh, we're third in the quarter, second down, and they'll either have to do an offense or defense cheer. So it's actually very interesting. They have to be on the spot, so they don't really know what they're doing until they're asked to do it.
That's like on the spot. Like, all right, go.
And that's kind of how sideline cheerleading is once the ref calls a timeout, you got to think of something fast so you can fill the time before time runs out because timeouts are 30 seconds max.
Yeah, basketball is 30 seconds. You can have 30 seconds or a minute. So
you have to be prepared for multiple performances right on the bat.
Absolutely. This is awesome.
So the game day aspect is kind of like how it is with collegiate cheer. Mm-hmm. This is actually what you do right before you actually do your routine. You do the game day. Yep. You have 45 seconds to get your stuff together, get in your positions, and then you start your actual routine. So if any of these cheerleaders want to continue in college, they already have a little bit of taste of how it's going to be when it comes to, NCAA, UCA, that kind of stuff.
It's great practice.
Great practice.
Duxbury High School, but up next in our A division. with
I've
ADP.
been on my
Please
face.
step along to that. The cheerleaders from Gardner
It's all
High
gone now.
School.
And we have Gardner in their game day. Great energy. And
We need a big play from the Wildcats in this very close game. A timeout has been called by the coach. Timeout, Wildcats.
So we have a timeout.
And that's the part of the crowd engagement that we're talking about, is this kind of cheer, game day routines, really trying to get the crowd to yell after you.
everyone's falling in.
All together now, the cats are here to show you how. Orange and black.
They're very tight with their motions.
Yeah.
When it comes to using signs, you have to use them a certain way. You have to make sure that every sign is going the same way.
Yeah, you don't want to have a sign that's upside down. Great job.
The Wildcats are in the lead, but the Bears are driving. Let's hear it for the defense.
Oh, now a defense
No.
cheer. We have a similar cheer.
And we have similar emotions also.
They've definitely spiced it up and added some more levels and formations and levels.
Honestly, it's better than our cheer. The use of filler words between like dead time and the addition of stunts between like when you're not doing motions is very important for game day.
It's halftime as the Wildcats lead their rivals. Let's hear it for the cheerleaders at halftime.
So now they're performing their halftime routine. You can just see the energy hasn't altered at all. They kept it up this entire time.
Good Liberty.
I like the ripple effect.
Yeah. And with ripples, you have to make sure you hit your ripple right on time and very sharply, so it looks like a ripple.
Their motions are very clean and sharp. Ooh.
I like it.
Strong performance throughout. And even if they're done competing, they're still keeping up the energy and pumping up the crowd.
Yeah. It's a great way to finish.
So up next, as Caitlin and Aaron were talking about, we have Duxbury High School. They're competing with 15 girls, or 15 participants. They're actually a co-ed team. And this is the first co-ed team of the competition. There's one more after this, and then that's when we start Division 2.
I love this live look after the girls.
It's very candid to see like them come right after the mat and just, see their reaction.
Here's a replay.
This is a great motion.
Sharp
right here.
motions.
I'm liking the girl with the pink hair.
Yeah.
She's very sassy.
I love the facials.
There's a rule in cheerleading when it comes to facials. If you feel like you look like an idiot, you're probably doing it right. That is one thing we stress with our girls when it comes to game day, competing, and all that kind of stuff, performer routine. If you feel completely silly, then you look like a cheerleader.
I love it. I love the drop at the end. Like, it's just so much more dramatic.
Do something similar in our dance.
Yeah.
pump up song before. We'd always dance around in a circle. I mean, some teams just like very straight face, but sometimes it's completely random and you have no control over it. And sometimes you're like, this is our song. But
some people are like in their game face mode, like they don't talk to anybody. They just put in their headphones. I know me and Kate are like that. We just,
I do the same,
you know,
I don't talk,
everyone's to themselves. I need to, get my thoughts together before I go out. And some people are like, all like willy-nilly, letting loose and stuff.
Also, stop by the concession stand, meatballs, chicken broccoli and ziti, pizza, rice bowl, salad, and much, much more. Make sure you stop by.
Great concession stand. Variety of options we got here.
Vegan rice bowl? I've never heard of that before. That's so like, I remember back in high school, it was like hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah, so true. My mom did make some mac and cheese for this competition, so it was very good.
Oh, you definitely got to try that out. Mama Sheehan's mac and cheese. You know what I miss? It sounds so weird. Wearing my varsity jacket. I just saw people with their varsity jackets walking. Oh, that was like the thing in high school. I miss it. And then you can't wear it after you graduate because then you're just one of those people
who can't get over high school.
I always like to have the different things on my shoulders. So I had my number, then I had my position, and then I had the megaphone. So it was all different.
I had my letter and all the stuff to go on it, but I never got a jacket.
Yeah, I got a varsity letter in high school, and I had pins, but they would sell the jacket separately. I was like, I'll just keep the letter, post it up.
Yeah, hang it up on the wall.
With my 4 cheer pins.
Now mine's just collecting high school, collecting dust in my closet.
Please, help me welcome back to the mat, the cheerleaders from Duxbury High School.
Here comes Duxbury High School, their co-ed varsity division with 15 competing. I did see them in the locker room before this, and they were very pumped up and very confident. So we'll see how their performance is.
I can see in the back they're going to start with a co-ed stand. Let's see how that one goes. Starting off right with a cheer.
Wow.
A couple busts, but see if they can recover.
If they can max out on their motions and their cleanliness and their performance, that touch-out would not be a factor. Absolutely beautiful.
Good save by the middle flyer, staying tight.
Nice flexibility in the middle.
I like that.
Very creative dismount.
Very creative.
A little mishap on the end, but
it was very different.
good height. Wow, there we go.
Those really cute motions before the jump section.
They do have good timing in their jumps as well. Oh, that was interesting.
A little bit of timing issues, but they can recover from that.
Baskets.
Missed basket, but let's see how they recover in the pyramid.
Good save. See the support in the crowd. Everyone's clapping, making sure to help them keep their energy up.
It's almost time for the end, so they're just trying to push through to the end. You can tell by the cheerleaders in the stands that they're trying to, pump them up and keep the energy up.
Oh, that was a great fall up to the top. Pretty dismounts.
I love the dismount.
They really need to bring the energy in the stands here.
When it comes to cheer, you still have to keep a smile on your face, even though there's things that go wrong in the routine. You have to act like it never happened.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
I love this motion section.
Great ending.
It was like high intensity, never stopped.
Yes, very. It was a jam-packed routine.
And the way they performed it, you can tell that they're confident in their routine.
They probably didn't think it was the best of the performance they've done, but this is a good practice because for a lot of teams, today is a bye week before regionals. So this isn't their league competition; it's just an invitational. So it's just
It's kind of like
extra
to get the
practice.
kinks out
Yep.
and see what they can work up before.
Yes, exactly. Here comes a replay
The
of
pyramid.
the pyramid.
Great load in.
That was good for the flyer, keeping her chest up after that.
Exactly.
Backflip.
Wow.
The way she pulled that heel stretch.
And that was a good 360 top as well. I love cartwheels out. I think they're very pretty.
Especially when they go from like a squish level and then they just go up.
This is
It
most
kind of
section.
adds emphasis to the end of the pyramid.
I love how it's not just in one place. There's always parts moving. There's always someone's doing something else. There's like tumbling through the middle.
There's 2 dance sections, like there's 2 completely different dances in that section, which makes it very interesting to look at.
Great use of formations. So up next, we have Gardner High School in their co-ed division with 15 competing as well.
Well, thank you for joining us, Jill. I want to just first start off of what are your expectations for this season?
Well, thank you for having me first. My expectations for this season is we're a little bit different in that we never coach the kids to win. We only coach them to get progressively better with each week. So this week, we're looking to make sure that they hit all their stunts in their pyramid. It's been like the school vacation, and there's been some illness, so they're having a rough go right now. But I think they should be taking the mats today with confidence and be able to hit.
Absolutely.
Awesome, perfect. Well, if anyone didn't know, Jill is the coach of Gardner High School, and she's also the coach of Nichols College, which is our team. So we're lucky to have her here. And best of luck for your team and everyone else.
Thank you. We're really excited.
I just have one more question for you. What's it like coaching a co-ed team? How is it different from coaching an all-girls squad?
Well, I would say last year was a lot different, or before this year, because there was a component on the score sheet for co-ed where the boy had to do specific stunts. And so as a female, I've never had to do the stunts. So I had to do like a lot of learning as to the best way to teach them and the best way to sort of maximize the score. However, this year they've changed it, so anyone can do the co-ed, whether it's a boy throwing it or a girl throwing it. So it's a little bit different that way. But for the most part, they're just happy to be cheerleaders and happy to be here. So you coach them as basically the same, I think.
That's good.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us.
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you. Good luck.
Please, everyone, once again, the cheerleaders from Gardner High School.
You can see the JV squad, on the sidelines supporting the varsity squad. It's really nice to have that kind of support system.
Yeah, definitely. It's like your own little fan crowd.
Great save in the back.
Difficulty with the tumbling.
Wow. Great switch ups.
Great
Good
save.
Save in the front. Wow, and they saved it and switched up. High difficulty in their stunts.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful flexibility. Even though that stunt fell, they're still keeping the energy up, still acting like nothing ever happened.
And this is a practice for them. Wow, great toe tucks. Since they do have regionals next week, this is a practice competition.
You can see Jill, well, if you could see Jill, she's yelling, be louder, be louder.
More energy. Great height on those baskets.
Wow, great jumps.
Really great timing, too.
Exactly, and they're very tight with their motions. Here we go in the running tumbling section. Team tumbling is what gets you the most points when it comes to competition.
Yeah, you want to have a 75% or above on your team tumbling to get a maximum of
Synchronization is a huge thing.
Very pretty. Here comes pyramid section.
Nice save.
Great save.
Great save in that prep, too, to get that middle. Great height. See if they keep the energy up in the dance. You see the crowd clapping along. Very cute ending.
Even though they had a little bit of problems during the routine, they still kept the energy up.
That was most
They
important.
kept it together for the most part. And with the saves, you know, when it comes to, as a flyer, you really have to keep tight. Your base is going to be a mess under you, but as long as you keep tight, you know, you stick with a technique, you can easily save a stunt.
Yes. It's all about taking that. I mean, even if something does go wrong, it's just taking it one step at a time, focusing on the next thing that's coming up, not what just happened.
Up next, starting off for Division 2, we have
And once again, folks, don't forget to
with
stop
15 participants.
Here, make sure you stop by the table. Check out all their merchandise.
For those just tuning in, we're here in Foxborough, Mass. at Foxborough High at the Hockomock Championship and Foxboro Invitational.
My name is Erin.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Natalie. We're all from Nichols College. We're all cheerleaders here. We're all first-time commentators for a cheer competition,
Yes,
which is very exciting.
Kate is a veteran commentator for multiple different sports.
Yeah, I do it for Nichols College athletics, a variety of sports. That's my major. I'm a sports management major.
And so this is great practice.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. All right, here we go. We got a replay. It was a great save.
You can see they have a lot of difficulty impacting their stunts, so they probably do hit it most of the time. This is just a practice invitational for them, so. And those are great. Great flexibility.
Great flexibility in the way they pull the scales.
And I like how even though that stunt group did fall, they still marched their stunt throughout full out.
Because it kind of shows, too, for the judges, like, all right, maybe it didn't hit right there, but 95% of the time we do hit. So.
And they know.
The way they perform, like, I know Jill talks about, she's also a judge, and she talked to about us this morning, like, it doesn't matter if you know, have stunts that fall as long as you perform it, because it makes the judges think that, oh, even though they fell, they still keep the energy up, they probably hit it 95% of the time.
Yeah,
like
there's
said.
many areas in routine where you can make up on scores. So
if you don't have it one place, you can get it back in another place.
Exactly. With sharp motions, facials, energy in the routine, the dance.
Cleanliness. I feel like when it comes to difficulty, that's like the last thing they look at. They look at, you know, how you own the mat, how you use the mat, how clean your motions are, how sharp you are.
So now we're in our Division 2 for varsity level, and we have Belmont High School with 15 competing.
It's very cute how they all come out holding hands.
Very sharp and loud.
Looks like they're starting off with a basket in the back.
Creative entry.
Yeah, it's different.
Very creative, in and out. Believe it or not, walking while you're in a stunt is probably one of the hardest things you can do.
Especially not trying to bobble.
Yeah.
Very clean.
I love this song.
You can tell they're having fun with their routine.
Yeah.
Great one leg.
So far, they've been hitting very clean.
Very cute pike baskets. The placement of the cheer in the routine can either make or break the routine.
Yeah,
when you're doing it in the middle of the routine, this is our stunt song.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a cheer in the middle of a routine, you have to keep that energy up.
And especially timing, since it is with music now, you have to make sure you're on time.
Great save right there.
Bring the energy. Coaches remind you to bring some energy in the dance.
They're really bringing it right now.
Very cute ending.
They definitely brought it to the mat. And you can tell that they're proud of their routine.
I always, like, personally, when the routine ended, I always go right for my flyer. I don't know if it's because, like, I'm a back, so, like, I have, like, a weird relationship
the
with
flyer back bond is a bond not to be broken.
Yeah, I'm not
Kate's
kidding.
my back, so, like, we have, like, this weird relationship.
Yeah,
it's,
because
like,
you have to
very
trust
unique.
them. I mean, you're catching me, so you may have them celebrating.
It's
That's
cool
why-
today, too, like, because we're all looking at, like, these different cheers and everything, but, like, we all have a different perspective on stunts. Like, I'm a back, you're a base, and that's a flyer, so it's like we have the best of all the worlds.
That's so true.
It's awesome. Yeah, they had our song in there.
Yeah, they did. So here we're seeing a replay of their dance.
Great
This is actually
energy.
their cheer.
Oh wait, this is actually their cheer.
Yeah.
And they're going right through the pyramid. Their pyramid is probably the cleanest pyramid I've seen
All day.
all day.
That is a very
I like that.
difficult skill.
I like how they loaded into that.
And even though they kind of had a little hiccup, they still saved it as if it was supposed to happen like that.
Yep, and they still did very dismount.
Great motion section.
That just goes to show with cheers, just gotta fake it until you make it.
Act like even if you did have a hiccup or a fall, you actually get it for happen.
Great job by
Like what
Belmont.
happened? I don't know her.
I don't know. I love this school's like parent section. They're like on their game with the water bottles with the beads, the
Very
stars.
dedicated support parents.
Yeah, this is awesome. Cowbells.
This is what I forgot about like invitationals in high school cheer, that like you can literally deck out your section. Like just pick a spot on the stands and put up your banner, put little like noise makers and stuff.
It's awesome.
And this is our second team competing in Division II Hopkinton High School with 11 competing. This is the second and last team in Division II.
And on deck is Braintree High School. On deck is Braintree High School. Up next in Division 2.
I like the off-shoulder
With
look on their
11
uniform.
competing.
Yes, that's
Please
nice.
step on to the mat. The cheerleaders from Hopkinton High School.
You can tell their confidence by the way they're entering the mat.
You may begin.
Very sharp.
Beautiful X out in the back.
So when you see the green, orange, and white, be aware of the hot triple X. This fight is not fair.
Oh, I love this song. This song's such a classic.
Killers! Green, orange, white, that's the colors of the killers. It takes a lot before you have the heart of a killer.
Even though they kind of came out early from the stunt, they still recovered and went back on time with the dismount.
It's a great recovery.
It's all about recovery and how you deal with that bobble or a fall.
Start jumps.
sometimes when you have an injury on the team and you can't replace them right away, the person, marks the part that they're supposed to mark. And that's still a good thing because it doesn't take away from it as long as you're still very tight.
Yeah, absolutely. The coach is very into it.
You see some. Yep. And a handstand at the stunts is very difficult, so you have to stay your whole body be tight. Here comes the pyramid.
They have a lot of throwbacks on this mix. I like it.
Still keeping the energy up.
Very sassy.
Comes the dance. The coach is telling them, bring the energy.
I think we're seeing a little pattern with, two formation dance, the two separate formations.
And then also the different levels of where they are.
Level changes, yeah.
Yeah. And here we have,
Hopkinton.
I can never, because I'm so confused because I'm not from here, so it's I always get really nervous of saying Massachusetts town names because you guys confuse me. I thought it was.
You ever seen that video on Facebook, people not from Mass,
Worcester.
Yeah,
I
this is why no one wants to hang out with you, Massachusetts.
I thought it was Worcester. I came here, I was like, what's Worcester? And everyone's like,
Worcester?
It's Worcester. I'm like, okay.
Here's a replay for the Hopkinton High School. There was a little hiccup there, but you still see the flyer smiling and still doing her part, and then going into immediately the second part of the pyramid.
Is very beautiful.
I like that sass, ooh,
the
girl.
snap, oh, don't mess with me.
I got this.
It's key to keep that confidence up.
You can see one of our teammates getting into this song that's playing right now. This is always a good song, to dance to.
You go, hey.
She caught us staring at her.
Yeah.
See us dancing. Oh, thank you.
So right now we have Braintree. This is actually the music I think I heard earlier that I was bumping to.
Yes, this is the start of our Division 1.
Cheer music always pumps me up. I always, when it comes to running and doing 10 miles, I always listen to cheer music because it's just
We have water. My mom's coming and asking, should we need anything? But no, yeah, I do agree. I used to listen to cheer music working out.
Oh yeah,
or especially with tumbling, it gets you hyped up and
That's the kind of music you want,
exactly,
to pump you up.
We also love the count man too.
Oh my goodness, the 8 count man haunts us forever.
Haunts us forever.
Honestly, that's a really good idea. So you're not wasting your breath counting during a routine during pullouts before you have music.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, it does waste your breath.
I always have to count. I don't
Especially
even know
when you're
why.
doing things and you're counting, it's very hard.
What?
You want mac and cheese later? I don't need it. What? They want just save some for. Apparently the mac and cheese is selling hot, so.
Oh man, I gotta get on top of.
She's gonna save us some.
The mac and cheese.
Aaron's mom always checking us, checking on us.
Such a mom.
Awesome.
So again, this is Braintree High School starting our Division 1 with 12 competing.
It's always interesting to see what Division 1 can bring because Division 1 is notorious for, having really good cheer programs.
That is very true.
They are no joke. That was a really cute, set to start the routine.
And very different starting on the back side of the mat instead of in the middle.
To the left. Starting off with baskets. Oh,
wow. Very nice height, and they're very sharp.
Kick single, very sharp.
full team tumbling
Oh my
and
goodness.
great tumbling.
This is what I'm talking about. When Division
Yep.
1 comes out, they're no joke.
Wow. Jam-packed.
Whoa, that was amazing.
Wow.
Holy
Very
flexibility.
Very strong stunts.
On the left-hand side, her flexibility is awesome.
She reminds me of Misha's little pipsqueak.
They're hitting their stunts very
Great
well
save.
and very sharp.
Wow.
Wow.
That was amazing.
You can see the coaches are very excited,
That's
keeping
probably
the energy
one of
up.
the most difficult dismounts when it comes to, you know, a kicks that go out of a one-legged stunt.
Great tumbling.
Strong tumbling
I
section.
mean, they've already tumbled so much throughout this routine, so.
Hey,
one full.
I feel like tumbling is if you got
Two
it,
fulls.
flaunt it.
Exactly.
Great energy and difficulty in this routine.
Wow, great job.
1.5 up to one-legged and right in the middle. And then 360 to a full roll-up.
Which I really liked that.
Not missing a single beat.
Here comes pyramid. Maybe double up.
Wow.
Whoa, that was very difficult. I feel like that was a 1.5 up.
I think that was
It was
1.5 or a double.
It was a double up.
It was a double.
Wow. To have such a difficult jam-packed routine like this, you have to have the stamina and the mindset to just keep going, especially jamming it into a 2-minute and 30-second routine.
When it comes to routines like this, you gotta take it one step at a time.
Yep.
Like first think about tumbling and then stunts. You can't think about, you know, the last part while you're still in the beginning.
And they kept up that energy, especially
Yeah.
throughout the dance.
That was a great job.
And you can tell they're very proud of what they put out on the mat.
I'm so impressed with like their
Superstitions.
stunts. That was awesome.
Touching the mat before they leave. I love seeing like different team, like when it comes to cheer, like every team is superstitious in their own way, and it's exciting, like interesting to see what kind of things that they do before and after they got on the mat.
And they're going to be celebrating.
Yeah. Here we have the Braintree cheerleaders.
Definitely sets the, you know, standard for Division 1. Here we have a replay of their son.
Wow.
Again, that full up to the fruit roll-up is a great combination.
That was like flawless.
Great timing too, because it's hitting the
Wait,
full up
just
and
double
immediately
up.
going in. Yep, or 1.5. Yep,
1.5
wow,
up.
1.5.
Great flexibility in the middle, and then front flip to prone. Opposite leg, and then switch to good leg.
Very sharp.
And you know what's good to see is that all the flyers have good flexibility on both their good and bad leg, which
Yes.
is a huge thing when it comes to, you know, doing pyramids and adding difficulty to partner stunts. You can see that energy they bring through the dance, that they're completely pumped about how they performed today. So up next, the second and last team for Division 1, Bishop Feehan High School. And they have a little bit of a bigger team than Braintree, competing with 14 people. So we'll see how they, you know, utilize everyone on the team to, you know, make their routine work. It's weird to see how kind of different schools have different colors in the way they like looking at this kind of, I came from a high school that was, you know, blue, gold, and white, and seeing a team that's like red or purple is something that always caught my eye. Having a team, like a school color of purple.
Yeah.
I've always liked that.
It reminds me of Curry College is
There's so much
purple.
fun things you can do with the color purple.
I know.
One thing I haven't seen though is pink. I don't think anyone's ever gonna do that though.
No, probably not.
I like ours. I love our green.
I've never
Kelly
been
green.
a fan of.
It's actually Pantone.
Oh, they changed it because
Yeah,
our freshman year was Kelly green. They were so,
Yeah.
so
And
beautiful.
on deck will be Blackstone-Millville Regional High School. On deck is Blackstone with up next in Division 1 with 14 competing. Please have all the way to the net. The Generation Bishop Feehan High School.
Again, this is Bishop Feehan High School, last team in our Division 1, competing with 14 girls.
Little handshake.
Silence, please. Thank you. You may begin.
Great save.
It's interesting to see that they're off center, but still in their formation is unmatched. Strong tumbling section right there.
Oh, good. Landing all their tumbling.
Wow. Great job.
Good technique.
And they saved that completely.
Yeah, good job for that
Picked
group.
up right off
Yep.
where they left off. I think this is the loudest team I've heard that cheered over music.
Great height.
You can tell what kind of program they have because the technique and their tumbling is amazing.
Pyramid section coming up.
Beautiful TikTok at the top.
Cute facials. Oh, interesting grab from the back. Good
Oh, there's that
saves.
pyramid music.
Oh, and that is why. Wow, awesome.
Opposite leg air bask.
It's a dance.
This is a really cute dance.
A lot of
I like
a lot of
I
movement.
like that walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot
It's like
of
going on a
movement.
runway, like walking through.
Like, oh,
Great formation changes.
And you can see that they're using the entire mat.
they did a
Strong
great
performance,
job.
yeah.
Very strong performance. They kept the energy up.
I know this sounds like a weird question, but are they like a Catholic high school?
They are a mix of different towns, and they are a Catholic high school. They're a private school.
Oh, okay. You could tell the one person that's not from Mass for
Yeah.
this.
Well, because it's near. That's the only, one of the closest ones near me is for like a Catholic high school. So yeah,
That makes sense. Get jiggy with it.
they're celebrating.
They're probably scounging the competition for water.
Yeah.
I know the second I come out of the off the mat, I'm like, I need water.
Replay
Comes
here.
a replay.
Here's our tumbling section. Beautiful form in
Such
all their
great
tumbling.
height.
Combination passes.
Yeah, and if you add in a front walk over to your pass, it makes it that much more difficult and
Good way
earns
to
you some
add
difficulty
difficulty
points.
to the
Yes.
score sheet. And then here we have the pyramid section.
Great load in.
And strong snap up to the top.
And then
TikTok.
clean TikTok at the top. It's really hard to do a high-to-high TikTok as opposed to, going to a prep level and then switching at the top.
I think they switched flyers at one point.
A lot of teams have been doing that. They have a very, very versatile.
That shows how well, you could use everyone on the team. Like you could use a base as a flyer or a flyer as a base. to give everyone a chance. So maybe she has better flexibility on the other leg than the other flyer, but it's a good thing that they have that option to, use.
I love that walk-in. Great sharp
You can tell that they're
motions.
enjoying their time on the mat as well.
I mean, as competitive cheerleading is, it's not hard to forget, but sometimes you forget that, while you're practicing, it's fun to be on the mat. It's fun to perform. It's such an adrenaline rush when you're on that mat, and everything else doesn't matter. It just matters if you hit your routine or not.
And then, because then you get old like us, and you look back and you
You're
wish you were back there.
Back to the glory days.
Very true.
So you can see we have one of our Nichols College cheerleaders at the end, Tatiana, helping calculate some of the scores.
Looking very, very studious,
Studious.
diligent.
Even though she's
So
a
focused.
marketing major and not accounting, but basic math, basic adding.
Up next, we have Blackstone-Millville Regional High School. That is a very long name.
Yes.
For my high school, it was Assabet Valley Regional Technical Vocational High School.
Oh my
They
goodness.
literally had to shorten it because it was so long.
That's so long.
Our acronym was we changed it to AV because there was no way we were having 6 letters in our cheers.
Oh my God, that's like Foxborough. We are the formal way to spell it is Foxborough, but you wouldn't want to cheer a UGH.
With the boroughs, it's
always-
cool to have 2 different spellings.
See, I went to Catholic high school, so it was no one, when we cheered, we never said St. Mary's. It was more SMHS, and that's what it always was. I see some Crocs.
Oh,
Put up next.
Kate is a very avid croc wearer.
Yes.
I love Crocs.
14 meeting. Please have on once a mat. The cheerleaders from Blackstone-Millville Regional High School.
So again, now we have Blackstone-Millville Regional High School for Division 3 and 4.
And they have their sister team, Franklin, cheering them on the sidelines. It's nice to have another school, having your back if you don't have a JV division.
It is very nice.
That's kind of
It's a
by
great
us,
support
right?
system.
Blackstone,
Mm-hmm.
Millville, yeah.
Beautiful toe touch in the back.
Solid standing tucks.
That was the first time I've seen a front handspring used in a routine.
Jump section.
Great save, that's fun.
BMR, we old school. Number one, that's right, we cool. Making haters act like a fool. Blackstone, that's why we rule.
That's so different that they have music still playing during the cheer. I remember when I was in high school, we would have 2 separate clippets for music.
Fast tumbling.
That was a beautiful step out. Oh, very creative with the tumbling.
Oh, I know, you're back into tumbling. Wow.
Baskets. Looks like they're setting up for a half up to a prep.
Solid.
Beautiful single out in the middle.
One, I got beat. Number two, that ain't for me. Almost done, wait and see. BMR, yeah, that's me.
That was a lot of height in that front flip. Nice save in the middle.
That was a great job by her base.
Yeah. Just keep the energy up in the stance. That was nice.
Ooh, I really like their dance.
crowd clapping along.
Especially like the music, Usher.
Yeah. There's always some teams have themes in their music. Some will have like throwback or you know what I mean.
It's funny because it's like to them that's probably like a throwback, but for
like middle
us that was like middle school.
Oh yeah, I remember middle school dances, bumping to Usher.
Bump into some Usher.
Here they are celebrating.
Great job. They look like Elmira College.
They do.
Their colors.
That's like their colors, and that's like very similar to their uniforms. And
So
here we have a replay.
right here.
I like that. Like
That was a good motion to transition into how their hand placements are supposed to be for that stunt.
That kick is very interesting.
it's very
to watch.
clean.
First time I've seen it today.
And here's like a ball up to a prep.
That was a beautiful front flip.
Cute motion.
A little sass.
This is a good save right here.
Yeah, right there.
When it comes to, you know, situations like that, bases have to think quick and, you know, grab whatever they need to grab to save the stunt. Because we all know that everyone has a certain placement where they need to put their hands, but when something goes wrong, you need to, you know, think quick on your feet. And if usually the main base grabs the heel, if the secondary grabs the heel, like, that's where you stay.
Yes.
That was an interesting little motion. They like popped up from like laying on the ground. Nice split in the middle.
Up next, we have Medway High School competing with 14 girls.
In the Division 3 and 4 as well.
Oh man.
You can see their support system lining up behind the judges' table to remind them of key points in the routine, making sure that they're all pumped up, smile on their faces. My favorite thing about cheer competitions is seeing the coach's reaction when the routine hits.
Yes. And as a coach, you have to make sure, even if something does go wrong, you don't show it on your face because you don't want to have them get like upset. You know,
Please
exactly
come along once for that. The cheerleaders from Medway High School.
Here we have Medway performing.
They have high socks too.
That's a very popular, you know, look. Nike Elites, very
like
official.
that.
Silence, please. Thank you. You may begin.
Beautiful tuck in the middle.
Strong 2 to tuck.
And they're going to start right away with tumbling. Tumbling takes a lot out of you, so using it in the very beginning is very difficult because you still have to keep that energy up.
Interesting to see how teams format the way they do things because you all have to do the same aspects in the routine, but they
The
do
way
it
you
in different
organize
orders.
all the
Yep.
elements. This team uses front spots, which is a very good way to, you know, give that little extra support in the stunts.
Good save.
And that's a fact.
Got our eyes on the goal, so you know what's coming next.
Great volume. Very loud.
Very nice height and jumps.
Don't think for a second that you'll ever take us down.
Nice save in the back stunt.
Oh, good switch. That's great to utilize if you don't have or parting in the stunting. You can tumble while they're stunting.
That was a nice save by the Flyer. If you didn't see her foot was completely sideways in that switch up.
There's a dance. Coach is reminding them to keep the energy up.
Another throwback.
Yes.
A little bit of Whitney Houston in here.
Very fun song to dance to.
I feel like you could be so sassy to this song too.
The girl in the middle is working it. Overall, great performance by Norton. Medway, I'm sorry.
And here we have the Medway cheerleaders.
Cheer here has come a long way since, when we first started. I remember it was always slick back pony with a bow. Now they're doing hoops, braids, hairs.
When I first started like Pop Warner competitions, we had boxes, like 5 boxes in our hair.
Here's a replay from Medway.
The pyramid
section.
Beautiful switch up.
It's pretty solid, yes.
And they don't have 3 groups to form like a pyramid. They only have 2, but they did a really good job at it.
And they have a good
See
use
the way
of the girl
her foot
to
is
tumble, yeah.
completely
And she was very
pointed down.
Yep.
And it's hard to say, balance yourself when your foot is like completely facing down. So the fact that she not only had the support of the prep on the side, but she kept tight. And it's easy to save a stunt if you're staying tight.
Good reaction skills.
You're right, the girl in the middle is crushing it. I feel like
you go too hard when your bow falls out of your hair.
Yeah.
I remember Worlds 2015, Team Jamaica. They were going so hard that their extensions were falling out of their hair. There was a legit wig in the middle of the men. It was like, when you go too hard and your weave falls out.
Oh my God, it's so
that's
funny.
awesome.
Here we have our 2 cheerleaders on the side, Tatiana and Isis, tallying up the scores, being diligent and whatnot. I'm so proud of them. And then judges, putting in their final scores.
I feel like I'm always so nervous for like something to like fall off. Like my knee brace always like kind of does like some weird things. So I'm like, oh no, please stay on.
You know what's really scary? When your shoe falls off in the middle of a competition.
Oh my goodness.
And some people don't even wear socks. Like some people are weird about wearing socks with their shoes. So like you're literally
Barefoot.
out there with one shoe on and then you're just completely barefoot in the other.
It's good to see like girls, if their shoe does fall off, then continue to go and stunt through it. Like,
And that's literally like the aspect of cheer is act like it never happened. Just keep on going, pushing.
Yep.
Especially when, some people do get injured during routines and they still push through to the end. And that's not only team dedication, but it shows how much of a great athlete you can be to push through kind of injury like that.
Absolutely. We went to a competition earlier in the season, and one of the girls landed up like breaking her ankle, and she still continued the routine the entire thing. We were like very impressed by that.
And you don't do that if you don't love cheer.
Yeah. We do have some great dedication.
Absolutely.
I feel like cheer is one of those sports where you can't help but to fall in love with it.
Yeah.
You just become so passionate and so invested in it because it does take a lot of time.
It's time, and it's also like, to me, it's like stamina, but also like it tests you. Like your stunt can fall, like you're gonna hit the ground.
You get pushed way out of your comfort zone, and we learned this in school. To become a great leader, you have to be pushed out of your comfort zone to develop, and that's the good thing with something you see common in cheerleaders is that they're natural born leaders because they do lead. That's in the name.
Very true. So now we have Pembroke High School in Division 3 and 4 with 12 competing.
Looks like they actually have 7 competing, so let's see how they do with only 7 girls on the team. Interesting how they switch faces. Beautiful.
Great flexibility.
And the flyer is tight and she's smiling. She's loving it. Nice switch up to straight air basque.
Fighting for a pride, for a right, for a title. But you got your best, you're in denial.
The vault over is probably my favorite thing to fly in.
It is very fun.
Very nice combination passes. Solid tumbling section.
Yeah, it starts now, we take the crown. You can find us at the top, we're aiming at your #1 spot.
Wow.
They're changing it up with the one-mans.
That's very
That adds
difficult.
a lot of difficulty.
I
It
love
also
it.
adds a lot
And
of
completely
things that
solid.
you can do with 7 girls. It just adds more.
Though they're lacking in the amount of stunt groups, they totally made it up with those 2 one-mans.
Oh, definitely. And especially with the shoulder sit right here for the pyramid.
Solid switch up.
Great. Wow, it's great flexibility as well. You can tell she's smiling. They're having fun.
Loves it.
She is absolutely loving it.
So adorable. And again, great flexibility with the bow and arrow.
That fruit roll-up with one leg is absolutely beautiful when it's executed, and this team executes it really well.
Strong dance.
That was a great job.
It was interesting to see, even though they had 7 girls in the Met, they used every single girl, and they maxed out in what they could
Yeah.
with the amount of people they had on their team.
It's great to see teams like, I love when teams do one-mans. Like, they know they don't have that many girls, so they had to think of something so creative. And one-mans, they're not as easy as they look. That
They
takes
are
a lot
very
of, like,
hard.
it comes from both, like, the base and the flyer. And here we have a replay. That was interesting loading. And here we have the pyramid section.
Solid switch up, and then tick-tock to a scale,
Her flexibility is really good.
and then cartwheel out.
And then you can see she was on the other side of the stunt, and then she did that cartwheel, and now she's doing the pyramid on the other side.
This is what we're talking about. The 2 flyers smiling at each other, loving it.
I know when I was in high school, when I did, pyramids, we would do 2 separate pyramids just like that, but with 2 stunt groups. And I would always talk to, because the other flyer was my best friend, so we would always talk each other through the pyramid. She would be like, I got you, and just say like crazy things to make me laugh during the pyramid, and make faces to make sure we're all pumped up.
Yeah.
Because when you get to the pyramid, usually the pyramid's right before the dance, so you're pretty much tired right before that, so you kind of need a little encouragement,
A little umph.
to get yourself through.
Exactly.
Like yesterday, you guys were cheering at the basketball game, and I wasn't able to. I had to work. I had to commentate. And I remember, Natty, you were loading in to go into the basket, and I felt like the ultimate cheer mom on top of, like, the mezzanine. I was like, all right, Natty, like, let's
I
go,
literally
let's
heard
go.
Kate through the music, and I was like, that's my bass. That's my back. That's my back.
It's like, oh, man.
It's all about the support within a team,
Yeah.
because we're all a team at the end of the day.
Exactly.
We're a family.
And that comes
Family.
with trust. When it comes to, the amount of trust you have to put with your bases and your back, that forms a unbreakable bond. And it makes sense because cheerleaders are very close. Sometimes we get a little bit too close to comfort, but, stuff happens, and you got to think quick and catch whatever you can.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Great crowd today, too.
I know.
Very
It's a
good
lot
crowd.
of supporting families and friends, and
The cheerleader laying on the floor. Do you guys see that? Look. Is that comfortable?
Honestly, with how crowded it is in here, you gotta make with what you do. Make with what you can.
And on deck is Bellingham High School. On deck is Bellingham High School. But up next, with 17 competing.
So up next is Hopedale Junior Senior High School, and they're actually competing with 17 people.
Wow.
That's almost maxed out of the mat capability that you can have. Usually it's 20, so they have a very large team.
Ooh, and I like the shorts. It's very different from the traditional skirt.
I think they are so large because they are junior and senior high school, so they could be having some of the middle school competing with them.
Starting off right with the cheer. Very creative. Very strong start to the routine.
Girl on the plane has a great jump.
Setting the pyramid right in the back while they're doing running tumbling.
Great utilization of the many girls that they have on the mat.
All your other teams better be afraid.
Little hiccup on the left stunt, but they come right back up. Very cute way to transition into the next formation. I don't know if you can see it on the TV, but you can tell that this team is very tight by how red their sides are.
Yes.
From cleaning so hard.
Their dance is more of a motion dance, which is different from some other teams. They have more of like a dance aspect to it. Theirs is more motion, but it's very sharp and very clean.
And here we have all the cheerleaders together. Celebrating. Great job, ladies. And here we have a replay
Of their pyramid section.
Very clean.
This is a good save, good stand up by the flyer and the bases. And even though the other group on the side didn't have the time to grab and do that front flip, they did the smart move of cradling out of it.
They improvise, and that's a lot of smart thinking when it comes to cheer. When something goes wrong, you literally have to think like less than 2.5 seconds to figure it out and still look like it was supposed to happen, even though it probably wasn't supposed to happen.
Timing was off a little bit in the beginning, but then they caught back up.
Even though you have music, you still like you're always in that like habit of always counting.
Yeah.
So like even when you have music, you're still counting in your head. Unless you're Kate, who counts for the whole world to hear.
I count with emphasis.
Even though we have an 8 count, man, you still seem to count over the 8-count man.
I can't help it. I'm loud and I'm proud.
She'll earn us some good points on game day.
I hope so. Bellingham High School, I think, gonna take the mat next. Great turnout today.
Very great turnout.
And
I
the
really
great thing
hope
with
there's some mac and cheese left.
I know. I mean, my mom saved us some. But the
That's
great
all
thing,
I'm thinking about.
the great thing with Foxborough High School, especially this gym, it's not overpacked, so you can still find somewhere to sit, and it's not hot. It's pretty cool in here right now, so it just works out.
I mean, we're just sitting here, but
Yeah.
I'm comfy and cozy right
Me
now.
too. Yeah.
Good.
I remember yesterday at the game, it was beautiful out, absolutely beautiful, but the gym was
so hot.
so hot. I was literally sweating bullets, like beads were coming. Like I had to, like my face was melting. I was like all dolled up, ready to go, and like by the end of the game, I was like all wiped off all my makeup because
It
I was
even
sweating
like
so bad.
caused like things on the court. Like it was so hot and so humid that the
slippery.
players started to slip because it was the humidity in the room and then them sweating. A lot of people took a tumbles.
A lot of people took a tumble.
And here we have Bellingham High School.
No, we have Hingham High School.
Oh, just kidding.
Hingham High School competing with 12 girls in the Division 3 and 4.
I like the all black uniforms with the white accent.
It's very clean.
Silence, please.
Gives them an excuse to use the zebra bows.
Yes.
Always been a fan of the zebra print. Another team starting off with a cheer.
Us keeps you yelling for more. Fans in the stands, now get up on your feet. Black and white, what we say you repeat. Black and white, black and white, black and white.
A good fan section yelling.
And crowd engagement.
Go Hawks!
Now starting their routine.
I've said it once and I'm gonna say it again. My favorite tumbling technique is front walkovers. I think they're so beautiful.
You can just add them in anywhere in the routine to add a little extra emphasis. Smart move by that other group to go right into that belly flop to start the second stunt.
Half up to a prep.
Great, good save. Coaches, remind to give some energy.
Believe it or not, yelling hit during the jumps is very helpful. It helps the team stay in sync and timing.
It's kind of more of that support too, and gets you more pumped up in the routine.
Combination passes. It's very interesting that instead of the supporting flyer is on the side, she's in the back. And that was a beautiful dismount from that stunt. Very smart move to save the stunt.
Here comes the dance, they bring them energy. Good crowd engagement and clapping along in their dance.
Supporting them. And then up next we have Norton High School, and they're competing with 14 participants.
I like their bows.
They're very cute.
They say their year that they're graduating,
Oh,
so
that's so
each girl
cute.
has a different a different class number, obviously, for when they graduate.
Judging by the years of the bows, this is a very young team.
Yeah, definitely very young.
Maybe like a rebuilding year for them. So again, next we have we have a replay coming up. It's their pyramid.
You see how they transition to the front.
That was a cool transition, yeah.
TikTok.
All right, folks, once again, don't forget to get $50 off for tickets. Don't forget to get your 50
Good, rewind.
raffle tickets.
They're right sharp going into the dance.
They kind of got a little lost, but they picked it up right
Yep.
after that. And that's literally the definition of fake it till you make it.
Absolutely.
So next we have Norton again, and this is going to be our last team competing in the invitational section. And then next over that, we're going to have a 10-minute break, and then we're going to start with the Hockomock League competition, which will determine whether teams will move on to regionals or not.
I like the purple lipstick. It's different.
You can see the other girls in the team are reminding them to smile. Did anyone see that girl's contour?
It was very nice.
It was on point.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, you can see it from here.
Yeah.
Cheer makeup and hair is literally my favorite aspect of cheer. That's like the girliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, but
Yeah.
that's the best thing about
that
cheer.
you can just go all out.
All
and,
out.
And the more you do, the better. There's no.
The higher to proof, the higher to heaven.
Yeah.
The closer to heaven.
Has put up next with 13 competing. Please have a welcome on to the mat, the cheerleaders from Norton High School.
This team actually has a very traditional looking uniform. They have the
Yeah.
shell top with the under.
Very
Wow.
loud.
Very clean way to enter.
Starting off right with a cheer.
Very strong.
Props to the MC for knowing when to lower the music and when to bring it back up. Teddy bear to a squish, and then reload to a straight up Liberty.
Very nice. Back walk over out. I always liked the center in the middle going into tumbling.
Honestly, props to that girl for doing that back walkover because I know I cannot do a back walkover to save my life.
Very strong. You can tell they're really confident in what they're doing on the mat. Good
Great save from both the
stunts,
flyer and the bases.
Great jumps.
I like that formation.
Oh,
That's
that's
very
awesome.
interesting.
It creates an X. That's
I
actually
like the
very
X.
interesting. Great use of the whole mat and like everyone on the team.
And that's what judges look for is how you use the entire mat. You can't just stay in the middle the entire time.
That was a good save.
Again with a Titanic fall and the forward roll out. And you see, their supporters trying to keep them pumped up.
And they are bringing in the dance right now. They have really good facials from all the girls. They're sharp.
I like this formation too.
In the front, yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to take a very brief 2 to 5 minute break. We're going to take,
So we're going to take a very brief 2 to 5 minute break, and then a 10-minute break because we are behind schedule.
Raffle tickets.
So now we're going to
Stop
start
playing in
the
the
Hockomock Championship competition. That includes Canton High School, Attleboro High School, Foxborough High School, Milford, Franklin, North Attleboro, and Mansfield High School.
This is going to be a very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is its own little competition
I'm
itself
excited
and
to
determines
see
if they
this.
move on to regionals or not. You have to get a certain score to move on. Okay. And then we have one more replay before the break of Norton.
You see that X formation?
Yeah. It's different. It like spreads out the whole mat.
And that adds to the creativity section of the score sheet.
Yes, it definitely does.
A lot of things go into cheer. Creativity is one of them.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
So you are one of the head judges for this
Yes,
competition.
I am.
So I wanted to ask a question. Is there a different judging style for invitationals versus a league competition? Because then we are moving into the Hockomock League competition now.
There is not. We use the same score sheet for invitationals, leagues, regionals, and states. So whatever skill you're putting out in front of us should be scored pretty much the same throughout the season, and hopefully your technique gets better each week.
Awesome.
So as a head judge, what is the main thing you're looking for when you're judging cheer routines?
I am looking for a clean routine. Most of us as judges would prefer to see an element executed very cleanly, and maybe it's not the most difficult that's out there, but it's clean, rather than seeing the hardest thing that's possible, but then it falls.
Yeah.
So then kind of why do it?
Yeah.
You know? Because you can make up the points in execution that maybe you lost in difficulty by doing something a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And then with also making up points, you can do that also with like you look for like motion sections and facials and
Yes, the motions and facials should be sort of a given. You should be scoring really high in those because those you don't need to have a layout or a full to score really high. You need to be tight, and you need to be fast, and you need to be creative, and you need to be using the floor and changing formations. But what people forget is that's usually where the competition is won and lost. It's down there in the bottom category.
That 1 point or
Yes.
that 0.5.
Yes, yes, and most things are lost by, or won or lost by less than a point.
Less than a point.
Yep.
So definitely cleanliness over difficulty is what you rarely look for in routines.
Yes.
And that's what we stress with. We're both cheerleaders too, so like that's what we stress for our team. Like, yes, our routine is not that difficult, but cleanliness definitely wins.
Oh, it definitely wins. And obviously, if you're scoring really high in the difficulty and you're clean, you're going to win. But you also can win with a little bit easier of a stunt, but super clean.
Exactly. Well, we know you're very, very busy, so thank you for taking the time to join us.
You're welcome.
Happy judging.
Thanks.
Good luck.
I heard that Canton and Foxborough have a little rivalry, so since they're on, their rival turf, they're going to definitely bring it.
Yes, I do agree.
Silence, please. You may begin.
Very loud. Strong tumbling.
Starting off with the cheer right before the routine.
Sometimes good to get it out of the way.
Great one man.
Completely unassisted.
Wow.
And that scores very good points when you have an unassisted one man as opposed to an assisted one.
That's the benefit of having a male on your team too, especially if he's really strong. You could do things like that. It gives you the flexibility. Great tumbling section right now.
And great technique too.
Yeah, they are very clean and very sharp.
Great flexibility. That little wave was really cute.
Wow, the point jump girl has really great jumps. You never really realize how fast 2 minutes and 30 seconds goes by in a routine, but when you're competing, it feels like
forever.
a lifetime. Yep.
And we were talking to the head judge, and she was talking about how she would rather see a clean routine over a really difficult routine that doesn't hit. So this is what Canton really emphasizes on, is their cleanliness and, being on point with their formation.
Yes, and they have really great timing on jumps, by the way. But they are hitting some difficult stunts, but they're hitting them very clean, like you said.
They have a lot of difficulty, and their routine is jam-packed. There's pretty much no dead time in this.
Wow. Which is also something she said the judges look for.
Another throwback. A little bit of MJ in there.
Comes the dance.
Oh.
Back at it again with Whitney Houston. They actually saved their pyramid for last, so that shows the strength of this team.
Wow. Effortless.
And even when they come out of the stunts, they're very clean.
Strong performance by
They
Canton.
did a very great job with their routine.
Great job.
Here we have a snapshot of Canton. You can see they're out of breath, and honestly, I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah,
I feel like if you're not out of breath, then like
You didn't go as hard as you
didn't
should
go as
have.
hard as you should have.
They're going to be celebrating.
I'm kind of confused. You're like, what?
That just shows great strength by their male cheerleader. He had that one-legged by himself. Oh, and here we have a replay.
Of
You
their
can see that they're
section.
jump, and you see in the girl in the middle, she
Whoa,
had
she was hyperextended up to her
hyperextended, yeah.
ears.
We have Attleboro coming on next, and you can hear the crowd chanting.
Like,
That was literally the cleanest pyramid that I've ever seen. It's like they could do this in their sleep.
Yes, very effortless.
And that's what also the judges look for, is how, if you're not like huffing and puffing during it, even though you might be huffing and puffing after, you can't look like that on the mat.
absolutely.
And you see the lines in their formation, especially from the side.
They might not have the best height on their jumps, but it was so clean. Very.
And that's what, again, judges look for, is, it doesn't matter if you have hyperextended jumps up to your ears, as long as you very stress technique a lot. And that's what judges look for.
Absolutely. That was such a quick reload.
I feel like a lot of teams use that kind of dismount, and it's probably the cleanest dismount I've seen. It's a lot of go-to for the teams here. Up next, we have Attleboro. I only hear good things about Attleboro cheer. I know one of our friends from school, Matt Hardy, he's actually from Attleboro, and he's like, yeah, our cheer team is no joke.
Yeah, they've had a strong, solid reputation since I've been in high school. So
They're co-ed, so they have, I think, like 3 males,
they have 3
too.
males on their team.
I feel like
they have a strong co-ed team always in the winter, and they just started having it consistently strong in the fall, because usually in the past it was the football players that would do football, so they wouldn't do fall cheer, but they do winter. But now they have a solid co-ed team, like through fall and winter.
I feel like when you add the diversity of having male cheerleaders on your team, it gives you like an advantage, especially in high school. But then on the collegiate level, like it is the things that like on the college level, what they do, like the one man's.
And it all looks so effortless. It's like they literally throw them with one hand and they go like 13 feet up in the air.
Like they're a feather. Yep.
Like they're like could like flick their fingers, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna toss her.
And a lot of it has to do with the way the flyer, like her flying technique. It's both of that put together.
And it's their core too. It's crazy.
Get out next. The 18 competing. Please come on, watch that. The cheerleaders from Attleboro High School.
Here, Attleboro coming up, already pumped up, ready to go.
This guy's all ready to go.
Where?
Right in the middle. He was just like,
oh.
Silence, please. Thank you. You may begin.
Wow, standing
wow,
full.
standing full, stuck it like it was no one's business.
They are very loud and very sharp. Wow, starting out with all co-ed dancing with
And
girls.
one assistant,
Wow.
one-legged, one man, right in the front.
Very solid.
You can tell that this team is no joke. And they're all off the mat, which is allowed.
Full team tumbling.
Did you see how high that guy's tuck was?
Yeah.
full.
Very clean, full. This is a good thing about male cheerleaders is that they literally bounce off the mat as if they have springs in their
they
shoes.
are powerhouses. Comes the first stunt. Wow, solid switch ups right into a TikTok.
And then power press.
Good catch in the end. Coach is reminding, bring some energy.
Wow. There's one girl in the front. She has great jumps.
Wow.
It's very interesting to see because usually when it comes to pyramids, it's always 2 people, or stunt groups. But when you have 4, you have to get really creative with it.
Paper dolls.
Nice save by those 2 flyers and their bases.
Very tight, sharp motions and good timing on jumps.
And nice flexibility and technique with the jumps.
I'm excited to see these baskets.
Absolutely beautiful. Kick singles, all 4 stunt groups.
Good job keeping up the energy.
And you know, with the way they perform this routine, those 2 stunt falls probably won't even be a factor by the way they're very tight, the way that they perform and kind of like are in the judges' faces.
Yes.
And that's literally what cheerleading is, being peppy and being all up in your face and loud.
Their motions were so sharp in their dance section. It was so clean.
And they're pretty happy with their performance.
Great job.
They should be. That was a jam-packed performance. And here we have them. Up next is Foxboro High School. They're the hosts of this competition.
Probably get a replay really quick of Attleboro coming up.
Here we see Foxboro getting all pumped up and ready to go.
And here we have a replay
of their very strong tumbling section. You can see how everyone, even that guy, like it was just unbelievably, and you can see his
full right here.
Completely
beautiful.
Clean, amazing height, absolutely beautiful. This is a really good feel-good song. Bruno Mars always puts out bangers.
Those are great switch-ups right into TikToks. And those are great save on the end.
That was a great catch by her her back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like you'll get more points deducted if you let your flyer hit the floor.
Oh,
like,
yeah, easily.
Yeah.
And their pyramid,
yeah,
absolutely beautiful, solid.
Very pretty dismount.
Even though they had a couple hiccups, I don't foresee that being detrimental to their score.
The way they perform, the way they execute everything. Everything is just solid, absolutely solid.
You see here, Foxborough here dancing, singing along to the song. This team has a great bond and a very special happy birthday to senior captain Allie Sheehan. 18th birthday today, yep.
She's the last of the Sheehan
The last of the Sheehan legacy in high school cheerleading in Foxborough.
Aww. Well, happy birthday, Allie.
Hi. So I wanted to know what's the role of the Boosters Club for the Foxborough cheerleading program?
So the Boosters Club raises money for things like, since the girls cheer competitively, we raise money for competitions, for award banquets, for the choreographer, for music, and anything that we might need on a competitive nature.
Oh, that's awesome. So is it all parents involved, or is there others?
It's mostly parents, some family members, some grandparents, some aunts and uncles, but yeah, for the most part, it's moms and dads.
Oh, awesome. Well,
what is your favorite part of being in the Boosters Club?
Oh gosh, just the togetherness. It's nice to have all the families get together and all support the girls. They work so hard, and it's just nice to feel like that we're part of the team as well.
Absolutely.
Totally. Well, thank you for your time. I know this competition you guys have put on and
Yes.
put everything together, so I'm sure it's going to be a great day.
Yeah, we're really excited. Thank you.
Good luck to you and your daughter.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thanks.
Okay, so again, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the Hockomock Championship in Foxboro Invitational here, hosted at Foxborough High School. Right now we have competing is Foxborough High School on deck. I am Erin Sheehan.
I am Caitlin Llewellyn.
And I'm Natalie.
We are a part of the Nichols College cheerleading team.
We have some girls helping out with the competition. We're commentating. We have some tallying some score sheets, some timing, and running the warm-ups in the back.
Even though this is Kate's been commentating before. She actually commentated the men's basketball CCC championships yesterday, so that was very exciting. But this is all our first time, commentating for a sport that we actually know and, something we can talk about. I can talk about cheer forever. This is literally the longest I've ever talked about cheer.
Yeah.
Without people telling me to, okay, you need to not.
I love it. Ooh.
I was pumping up my sister.
You were caught right there.
And on deck is Milford High School. On deck is Milford High School. But up next, with 14 competing, please everyone welcome to the mat, the cheerleaders from Foxborough High School.
Here we have Foxborough.
You may begin.
All right, ladies, you ready? Warriors are coming through. You better watch your step.
Beautiful tumbling in the beginning.
They're really good at performing the routine with a lot of confidence and sass.
Wow. Solid switch-ups. Very clean.
Great save.
Nice save by the flyer on the left.
It's great to see these girls and see how far they've come because I coach many of them in Pop Warner. So just to see them all in high school and to grow into the cheerleaders that they are today.
Their routine is completely jam-packed. There's no dead time at all.
And here they are switching up the flyers, full up to the top. I like it. Solid. Fruit little up out.
Great volume over the music.
Very sharp motions.
Now we have the running tumbling section. It's hard to stay pumped up during the tumbling section because it really does take a lot of energy, but Foxborough does a really good job with, keeping up that energy, and that last pass was absolutely beautiful.
Here we have the pyramid.
Beautiful switch up at the top.
We have a front flip all the way to the bottom, and then a back flip right up to the top. Great
to
job.
One leg, straight to one leg. Titanic fall. To an inversion.
Probably gonna go to hitch. Great. Here comes the dance. They're really great with sass and bringing facials and working their dance.
They're giving it their all.
When Senior Alley in the front working it.
This is the definition of putting it all in, 200% all the way through.
They're cheering. It's probably the best they've hit their routine in this season yet, so they're very happy with their performance.
Well, thank you for joining us, Nikki. I know you're super busy today. First, we want to talk about what's your goals for this season. What are you expecting from your team?
Well, I have a fairly young team. I have a lot of freshmen. So my goals for them really are to just hit clean routines that I can be proud of and that they can be proud of, and to build them up this year, stunting-wise and tumbling-wise, since they're so young.
So, with the young team, I know you have 2 seniors. Would you like to tell us more about their contribution to the team?
Yeah. So I have Allie Sheehan, who is a captain of my team. She's great. She's she's really been a leader for all the younger kids. And then I have Allie Head, who just joined in the winter. So she's not competing, she's an alternate, and she's focusing more on, helping with the younger kids and her schoolwork and stuff, but they're great contributions.
Are you excited for this day?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a lot of work, but I know the kids are really excited to host it at their own school and to have their friends and family be able to come and support them when we travel far. That's not always possible, so they're really excited.
So with having a young team, it's kind of hard to, get them all in the same mind because they're all in the same mindset, like, oh, it's high school, it's so exciting. How do you make them focus on, one goal?
We've really just been focusing on building up stunting because a lot of them came from Pop Warner, and the Pop Warner stunts at a much lower level. So their accomplishments so far, stunting-wise, have been amazing. So that's really been their main focus, and watching their, Allie and Erin Connolly, who's a junior who competed last year, watching them, they really look up to them and they see what they need to be and where they need to be at. So that's how they really get to focus, by watching the kids who've done it already and seeing where they need to be to compete at a varsity level.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're super busy.
Thank you, no problem.
And
You can see the tumbling technique is unmatched in this team.
And then a whip all the way to the layout. Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. Pyramid, absolutely solid all the way through. You can tell the girls are having fun with it.
Oh, definitely.
at this point, it's kind of home,
home advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfortable performing in the arena. Strong pyramid throw. And like I said again, they're really strong and they're really sassy with their dances and their facials and their motions. They know that they say, we're here
even though
and we're
it's
ready.
the end of the routine,
Yep.
even though they're probably so tired, you can't tell that they literally put their hearts and souls into this routine.
Exactly. Next up, we have Milford High School.
I really miss the atmosphere of being at cheer competitions. It brings me way back.
It does. It makes me pumped up. It makes me want to go up there and compete.
Right? It just makes me want to run onto the mat and throw a pass. Right now we have Milford setting up, just waiting for the judges to tally up the scores.
Yeah, on deck is Franklin High School. On deck is Franklin High School, but up next with 15 competing. Please, stand by once to the mat. The cheerleaders from Milford High School.
Milford's known for being very jam-packed and high difficulty routines, so see if they still.
Straight off.
Wow.
Round off tucks. Full and full. Absolutely beautiful. And the way that they ripple that off.
To showcase each one.
Standing tucks.
Solid.
Wow, very solid.
Great
Switch up
flexibility.
straight to a scale. And then ball up to a heel stretch.
Great body positions for the Flyers.
You can tell their formation is absolutely perfect. You see their coaches pumping them up. They're doing a very good job so far. Absolutely beautiful full at the end. Nice save by the Flyer on the left.
Solid pyramid.
That was absolutely solid. And beautiful flexibility from the Flyer in the middle.
Very strong routine.
Yeah, their dance is really cute. I like that kick in the front.
Yeah.
I like dances that always have motion to move, like from
Yeah.
place to place.
Just
Not
formation
just stand
changes.
still.
Yeah. It was a great performance by
Great
Milford.
job.
That was one jam-packed routine.
That was the example of having a clean and difficult routine.
Here we have Milford just off the mat from their amazing routine.
Here we have a replay
of their elite stunt section. And you see on the left, the girl knew that she wasn't able to hit that scorpion clean, so she just stayed at her liberty, which was very smart of her. Instead of risking a stunt fall, she did the right thing and, you know, just stayed clean and tight. Without missing a beat, there was no dead time during that pyramid.
And great flexibility for all Flyers.
Absolutely. This is a team that we've been told about that
Performs very well.
performs very well and completely owns the mat. Very excited to see what they have to bring to the table.
Me too. I heard they own the mat, so let's see.
Here we have Franklin.
Getting pumped up before they go on.
Well, thank you for joining us. I know it's a super crazy day for you. First, we want to talk about your team is known for bringing it every single time you guys hit the mat. So how do you prepare for competitions and for the season?
So the girls are they're really disciplined. They go out there and they practice 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. They do lots of reps and they watch a lot of video from their previous performances. We go through score sheets from performances. We fix things that need to be fixed. We take all of the comments into consideration. The girls train really, really hard. Their 2 hours of practice is just that. It is absolutely 2 full hours of hard practices, whether it's tumbling, stunting, whether it's marking the routine, whether it's motions, whether it's voice. They're really, really disciplined and want to be better than they were the comp before.
So you just took over varsity because the coach, she is out with the baby.
Yes.
How did you handle the transition of getting into varsity and then also coaching JV at the same time?
I was actually really lucky because I've coached JV now. I'm going into my 6th year, so I was very fortunate enough to where I have had some of these girls on my JV team. There's only about 3 that I haven't had that were on varsity since they were freshmen. And we do a lot of, throughout the season, we do a lot of things together. We usually compete together. We practice, side by side. But it was a little bit of a transition, 2 different coaching styles, 2 different coaching methods. So not only did I have to get used to coaching both teams, but the varsity girls had to get used to me being their coach and kind of following the way that I coach and the discipline that I expect and the hard work and the dedication I expect from them. So it's been a great transition. The girls have they've done a great job. And it is nice because, like I said, I have had some of them. So it's nice to see how they've progressed and how they're, getting better. And the girls that I haven't had, it's great to get to know them and to, see kind of what their strengths and their weaknesses are.
Do you have any seniors on your squad this year? Do you want to talk about their roles?
Yeah, we do. We have 4. So we have Erica Stone, Jess Fournier, Carrie Blaney, and Bella Castro. They are, Erica has been on varsity since she was a freshman. Carrie, Jess, and Bella, they were on JV for a couple of years. They're just great girls. They're great leaders. They have great leadership qualities. They're very, very dedicated. They're very, very open, and they like to change things, and they're great role models for the girls. They kind of take the younger girls under their wings. They really pump them up. And even though they are seniors, they just fit right into the rest of the team. They don't kind of have that senioritis thing going on. They're great examples of leadership and great examples of really hardworking, really, really great students. One of them is in the National Honor Society. Just very dedicated and great athletes.
Perfect. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks
and
for
good
having
luck
me.
Today.
Thank you so much.
The cheerleaders from Franklin High School.
I like the way they come out in a line and they just pan out.
Very cute.
That was adorable.
Thank you. You made me.
Starting out with a basket in the back.
Wow.
Beautiful pitch kick single. Nice save in the middle.
Yeah.
Listen to the crowd, the chanting of the greats. Haters keep hating, but this reason can't be faked.
Very strong facials.
Very beautiful fruit roll about.
Little mini pyramid.
Beautiful jump section. Everyone's on time and tumbling.
Wow,
Strong tumbling section. Now we're heading into running tumbling. A lot of combination passes in this routine.
But very good timing with them too.
Absolutely beautiful.
You can tell, like, with their faces and the way they end their tumbling section, they're in it.
Yeah, they're very strong with their facials and how they sell their routine.
They're really in your face, and I love it.
Wow.
Nice save by the middle. And props to the flyer for keeping incredibly tight for that.
There is no breaks in their routine.
Pretty. It's a dance. Starting out with 3 formations, moving into 1 large formation.
And that's how you perform a routine. I am very excited to witness that because that was literally The energy was unbelievable.
Solid performances from all the Hockomock League.
They brought it.
This is a very, very close competition so far. On deck we have Mansfield High School, and coming right up is North Attleboro High. Right now we have Franklin celebrating their amazing routine.
And here we have a quick replay. Like, look at that attitude, that spunk.
And even though their timing was off, they're definitely going to make up for all of that with the sass, the stomping on the floor, and the facials are amazing.
And like Kate said, mentioned before, they had no dead time through this routine. It was jam-packed with difficulty. And
great save right there.
Everyone's always doing something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Even the
great
spotter in the
facials.
back you probably can't see her from the front, but she is still working it with the facials and cheering on her teammates as they finish the routine or the pyramid.
Sharp, clean, facials. Overall, great performance.
And they look like they're having boatloads of fun. Amazing performance by Franklin High.
So next up we have North Attleboro. And as you can tell, North Attleboro has been known since I was in high school of being a very traditional team. So they have their high socks with the N on them for North Attleboro. They just recently got new uniforms. But I heard they were really good this season, so I'm excited to see their performance.
New uniforms is like Christmas all over again. Right there in the back, and you can see Mansfield High School at warm-ups.
And North Attleboro's coach has been their coach for over, I would say, 10, 15 years. She's been coaching them for the longest time.
Oh gosh. The way our team communicates when we're like not,
when we can't
cross
actually talk.
it's always like hand motions and like facial expressions. You know exactly what each other are talking about. That's the kind of bond you form with like the cheer team. Very nice, clean white uniforms.
Yeah, they're very traditional. They've been sticking to their very traditional look for a long time.
I'm in love with that look.
Stick the braid to the side.
Thank you. You may begin.
Starting off with a basket in the back. Oh. Switch up straight to a front stretch.
Very loud.
Wow.
Straight from the basket. Back walk over to a handspring tuck or front knock tuck.
They are very clean.
Looking like beauty, training like beast.
And these are one bands. Adds difficulty to the routine.
Good job getting back up there ready for the second part of the pyramid. They are jam-packed between difficulty.
They are not here to play. They're here to compete and win, and you can tell by the routine and the way they perform it.
Yes.
couple hiccups so far. There's nothing else. It's flawless.
They execute very well with difficulty.
Great save.
That was an interesting way to execute that kind of skill.
Oh, that was interesting.
Wow. Wow.
Moving while in that position is so difficult, and they did it without a flaw.
Interesting tumbling section. Playing with formations. They have a very high-paced routine.
Wow.
That was a jam. Every routine in this league was very jam-packed. There was absolutely no dead time at all.
I really like how they ended with like kind of like a little mini cheer.
Yeah. They're going to be celebrating.
They remind me of Fairfield. Because Fairfield has like almost the same uniforms.
Their uniforms remind me of a collegiate, like
A team, yes, very much.
Like that's the kind of style that's very common in college. Is like nice, clean.
We come for
You
the
barely see any,
quick
bedazzling.
reviews
But
from. See, everything is just right after another. There's no dead time.
I really
This
like
was
this.
interesting, yeah, and they all moved into their formations with their stunts, and then they
the way
rippled off.
that they executed those, I think it was, what was it called? A ball up.
Yeah.
They started like collegiate grip. They didn't start with like a traditional like hand in the foot. They started right from, and they use that power. That's how you know a team is very strong, when they use all their leg power to get up there, and this flyer's just standing straight up.
They're a very UCA style team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great dance.
And you can tell that their strong suit is tumbling and stunts. I mean, their whole routine is absolutely difficult, but you can tell how much they emphasize on the stunts and the tumbling.
Absolutely.
So we have Mansfield up, who is our last team for the competition and the Hockomock League, and then after that we have awards.
That's exciting. So can we take like what do you think?
I don't know. It's
After
gonna be, I think
Mansfield,
it's very close.
After Mansfield, we should take our picks and see who's the closest.
We can't share them on here. No
What?
kidding. I said we can't share them on here.
Honestly, even if we could have, I can't choose.
I
All of
don't-
them
I know.
are very, very
They're
good.
so close.
I think almost all of them will move on to regionals. I don't think.
Absolutely.
I mean, they all are up to par with the difficulty and the score that they should be getting.
I feel like high school cheer, it's like very testing. Like you're not always gonna hit, not at every competition. Like, and that's like a great life lesson. Like not everything's gonna go your way, but you
No
just
matter
gotta,
how much you try, no matter how much you practice something, something can go wrong. Someone can have the right grip. Someone cannot get there in time. It's just, taking, rolling with the punches, seeing like what happens, and, trying to make a decision on how to handle that situation.
Yeah.
And it very translates into the real world.
smells like popcorn.
And then just having that consistency too is helpful.
Right now we have Mansfield High setting up.
And that is our final and the last
Co-ed
performance. Co-ed? Oh, co-ed of the day. It's also exciting too because we saw Foxborough, North Attleboro, and a couple of other of these teams at a competition earlier in the year.
Yes, in the fall season.
In the fall. So it's nice to see like the difference in like the transition and the growth kind of, because I mean they're probably not the same routines, but
and not even that, but also they're not even the same girls.
Yeah.
Some teams do lose some girls due to all-stars or different activities that if they don't choose to do winter season, so it could be just a completely new team from the fall season as well.
Exactly, and some teams decide to go with a whole new routine, and some teams decide to use the same routine from a season like the season past, and work on it, make it a little bit more difficult, make it a little bit more cleaner, and kind of just like perfect the one that they already have.
I like those green bows.
Please come on to the mat. The cheerleaders from Mansfield High School.
Their uniforms kind of remind me of ours.
A little bit, yeah.
If we had the silver.
Starting off with a Co-ed set in the back.
Oh. Wow.
Great job.
Great job.
Very
that was
clean.
Like flawless.
Good dismount. Yep.
Absolutely clean.
Great power.
Great save. That was really interesting.
Wow. Great toe touch.
You see the coaches telling me, give me more. Because even though they have high energy, it's never enough for cheer.
Yeah, it's always to do more. Beautiful full. Seen this done a couple times in pyramids.
Yeah, that's
the
a
belly
very
to the hitch.
popular go-to element in pyramids, especially with teams that have two stunt groups.
Yep.
Solid. Great switch up.
I've always found the paper doll stunt with like everyone just going up into one leg and holding hands to be very, very cute.
Yeah, it's clean too. There they are working dance.
Wow.
Very great job from Mansfield High. You can tell they're excited about their routine. And that concludes the competition, and just waiting for the judges to tally up their scores.
And then awards, as you can see, the girls are creeping up on the side. Every team wants the middle of the mat. I mean, I was that girl that would run in the middle of the mat and get
the
rug
spot
burn.
you get during awards is like a really important spot. You have to like get there before you're like forced to sit off the mat. Because then you also need room to dance.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
That's
also
like
a fun
the best
time.
part.
It's also a fun time to dance and everything
dancing
else.
for awards.
They always play like the best music, like the
Yeah.
Cupid Shuffle, the Cha-Cha Slide.
And we have our last replay.
Here we have the running tumbling section of the routine. They use a lot of combination passes that adds difficulty to the routine.
I love front walkovers in too.
Oh,
we're looking at a proposal right now. Who's being asked?
Who's being asked? Oh my gosh. Oh. Who's being asked to prom?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's a Foxboro cheerleader.
I think it's her sister.
It's your sister.
It's
No
your
way!
She's like, no way.
He's
No
like,
way.
She's like, stop.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh,
Aw.
Allie.
That's so cute.
Oh, she said yes.
She said yes.
That'd be awkward if she didn't.
Gotta put her
Do
in
you
a
know
tough
who that meant
situation.
or who that boy is?
No. I'll find out though.
He's gonna look to be interrogated soon.
Oh, and here comes the
You
fun.
guys were right with the first call.
Well, thank you for tuning in again. This is the Foxboro Championship and Foxboro Invitational Cheerleading. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for being here with us today. I know you have a crazy day today. First question I'm gonna ask is how different, you do different events, you do weddings, school dances, and all that stuff. How different is it doing that opposed to cheer?
It's actually quite, in terms of announcing and stuff, it's not as bad, but the CDs, again, the music and all stuff, that's a challenging thing this day and age. With iPods, CD players, iPhones, all that stuff, it makes it challenging.
So you have to make sure you're compatible with all different sorts of inputs and MP3 players and things like that, so make sure like the performance and the music goes on. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I started, it was with tapes. So you guys have no clue what a tape is, but when I started DJing, it was with tapes. So it's come a long way, and now we're pretty much all iPhones and technology like that, so it's pretty cool.
All digital. So do you have like any kind of like ritual before you start emceeing, like anything like to pump you up, especially with this competition? Like with cheer, you have to be like kind of like the voice of the competition. So do you have any like tips or kind of like rituals you do before?
Not as much anymore. I've been doing it for about 20 years, so I kind of have it down pat. But it's just, getting early, getting set up, being organized, getting ready for the day, non-stress, making it non-stressful, because if not, the minute it starts, you're kind of going for the next 2.5 hours today, so you just got to be on top of your game.
So last question is, what's your favorite part of announcing and DJing at a cheerleading competition?
The awards. Watching all the cheerleaders dance and do all the line dances and having fun, that's probably the best part.
That is the best part.
I agree.
Well, thank you for being with here today. I know you have a really busy day emceeing, getting all the stuff together. Good luck with DJing, and so far you're playing really good music. So
Thanks. Well, have fun, guys. If you need anything else, let me know.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to read off the senior names for the teams that I have. If I butcher your name, I'm sorry. Some names, I'm not even going to try to say the last one, because I know how bad it will come out. So we're going to start with Attleboro. All right, we'll start with Attleboro. First, we have Amber Champagne. Christian Lugo. May McDonough. Amanda Morey. And Christopher Murray. From Bellingham, Vanessa Kutcher. From Belmont, Sarah Tim. And Hermela Emanuel. From Bishop Feehan, Angela Farron. From Bishop Feehan, Paige. I'm not even going to try it, Paige, wherever you are. From Bishop Feehan, Maddie Lalore. From Bishop Feehan, Michaela. And from Bishop Feehan, Emma Turcott. From Blackstone-Millville, Amanda Mograss. Michaela Cleaves. Kendall Truscott. Amanda Bailey. Cassidy Smith. Kristen Johnson. And Alyssa Ruggiero. From Braintree, Emily Barrett. Elena Jukic. Kyra Lunt. Kelly Colantonio. And Elise Hennessy. From Canton, Emily Fabiano. Catherine Pino. Dan Pierre. And Bella Ruggieri. From Duxbury, Abby Manning. Vika Schwitzer. McKenna Hadley. And Olivia Hogan. From Foxborough, Ali Sheehan. Happy birthday. And Allison Head. From Franklin, Carrie Blaney. Bella Castro. Jess Fournier. Maddie Mulcahy. And Erica Stone. From Gardner, Vanessa Warrington. And Veronica O'Brien. From Hopedale, Dana Lombardi. Mackenzie Orchard. From Mansfield, Kennedy Rowain. Brittany Johnson. From Medway, Julianne Pratt. Sarah O'Connor. Dana Dumosha. Brooke Russo. And Stephanie Cunningham. From Milford, Kelsey De Silva. Taylor Doobie. Kristen Gerard. Hannah Saborin. Angelina Olivia. And Lauren Tomaso. From North Attleboro, Megan Barlow. Isabella Beckett. Marissa Jackson. Hannah Griswold. From Norton, Abby Thompson. And from Pembroke, Lauren DeCastro. And Kelly Kavaka. All right, folks, on with some scores. We're going to start with our junior varsity division. We're starting with our junior varsity division. In second place, in our junior varsity division, Braintree High School.
Second place, Braintree High School. JV
Someone
division.
make a little path so they can get through, so they can collect their trophy, guys. Thanks.
Okay.
And again, they earned second place, well earned with their difficult stunts for
In
the junior
first
division.
place in our junior varsity division, first place goes to Franklin High School.
That goes to show that performance definitely wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on to our game day
The routine
division.
was
Moving on to our
jam-packed,
game
and
day
that's what to
division.
be
In
expected.
first place in game day, first place goes to Gardner High School.
First place for game day, Gardner High School.
Moving on to our co-ed division. In first place in our co-ed division, first place goes to Duxbury High School.
And in first for the co-ed division, we have Duxbury.
Again, their routine was jam-packed as well.
They had great stunts, great pyramid.
All right. Moving on to Division 1. Moving on to Division 1. Moving on to regionals in Division 1 is Bishop Feehan High School.
And in first, we have Bishop Feehan High School.
No, they're moving on. I don't
In
think-
first
they're
place in
moving on.
Division 1, first place goes to Braintree High School.
Braintree was really, really good. They had a nice, difficult routine. Even though they had a couple of hiccups, they still pushed through the routine and, gave it their all.
And that goes to show you, you can have a couple
Moving on
hiccups
to
and
Division
still win.
2. In Division 2, Hopkinton moving on to regionals.
Very happy they're moving on.
In first place in Division 2, first place goes to Belmont High School.
They had a great dance section.
Very tight, clean.
Moving on to Divisions 3 and 4. Moving on to Divisions 3 and 4. First, moving on to regionals. Medway High School. In third place, in Division 3 and 4, in third place goes to Blackstone-Millville High School.
So for the Division 3 and 4, there had 6 teams competing, and only 4 are moving on to regionals.
In second place in Divisions 3 and 4, in second place, Medway High School.
Congratulations to all these schools that are moving on to regionals.
And in first place in Divisions 3 and 4, first place goes to Pembroke High School.
And with Pembroke only having competing 7 girls, that is a huge accomplishment.
Good job, Pembroke. They made great with what they had. They have 7 girls, so their pyramid was flawless.
They used every single girl.
Yeah. Good for them.
And now we're
That's
going to
awesome.
be moving on to the Hockomock division.
This one.
Moving on to our Hockomock Championship. Moving on to our Hockomock Championship. First of all, the following team will be moving on to regionals. Every single team in the Hockomock.
Awesome. Every single team, all 7 teams in the Hockomock League are moving on to regionals.
And that shows how difficult and tight this competition was, that every single team in this division or this league has granted to
In
move
third
on.
place.
Starting in third place.
In third place in the Hockomock, North Attleboro High School.
Third place goes to North Attleboro.
Very, very tough competition to judge.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the numbers and the little things.
And we have the quick replay.
In second place in the Hockomock League. In second place, Attleboro High School.
Second, we have Attleboro.
Attleboro really brought it when they had 3, like we said before, they have 3 male cheerleaders. They had great tumbling,
And in first
great
place,
height on their
your
tumbling.
2017 Winter Hockomock champions. In first place, Milford High School.
And well-deserved first place to Milford High School.
Like we said, every team in the Hockomock division or league is going into regionals, but first place goes to Milford. Jam-packed routine.
They hit difficulty and execution as well, so they were both
And once
clean.
again, folks, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Congratulations to all those teams moving on to
Again,
regionals. I'll see
congratulations
you
to all
all
the
again real
teams that
soon.
moved
Have
on
a
to
great
regionals
day.
in place, and thank you for tuning in with us for the Foxboro Invitational and the Hockomock Championship.